What's good, y'all? This your boy KCFL King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. First, before I begin my review for Rampage, I want to come on here and I just want to give my salute to Mr. Paul Levesque. Everybody know him as Triple H. Um, I've called Triple H a clown in the past, and the reason why I called him a clown is because Triple H has taken place in some straight up white supremacy. I know this is not going to be what people thought I was going to be. I was going to be all lovey-dovey. No. But I gotta say, he's one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Um, the man has given us so many different memories and so many different great segments and all of that. And I mean, there would be no AEW if it was for his version of NXT. Let's call it for what it is. But today he won on First Take, told Stephen A that he would no longer be able to wrestle in the ring. His in-ring career is over because he dang near died when he had that cardiac arrest. Said he was coughing up blood, and Stephanie and them had to rush him to the hospital, and he got touched. He said, "Hey, look, this is serious business," and a lot of that was added on because it was excess stress. Stress and the heart don't go together. Why was he under all that stress? Thanks to his father-in-law and Bruce Butcher. Vince McMahon and Bruce are the major reason why Triple H will no longer be able to wrestle. You can thank those bozos. You can thank them. Those bozos are full of mess. They bogus as heck. They should apologize to that man every day. By the grace of God, that man is still here. He's still here with us. Now, he won't be able to wrestle anymore, but he's still here. Thank God. But I want to talk about some of my favorite moments. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There is no Rock without Triple H. There is no Stone Cold without Triple H. There's no Mankind without Triple H. There's no Kane without Triple H. There's no Undertaker without Triple H. And there's definitely no Shawn Michaels without Triple H. Triple H was a part of so many legends being made during the time I was watching wrestling. Like I say, but the matches he had with The Rock, Stone Cold, Kane, Mankind, Vince himself, Shawn Michaels, Big Show, Evolution, Randy Orton, Batista, Ric Flair. I'm still tripping about that foolish shit that happened at WrestleMania 19. Everybody in mama know that buck dancing coon Booker T should have went over. Man, my goodness, Triple H gave us some great moments. Look, Bryan Danielson got made because of the Authority. Triple H. There's no Batista without Triple H. There's no Randy Orton without Triple H. The Game. The dirtiest player in the game, Ric Flair. Listen, I'm telling you, Triple H gave us some outstanding moments. Then, like I said, all the matchups he had with Undertaker, and like I said, the beef with him and Shawn Michaels, homies, beefing 24/7. I mean, one of the greatest triple threats. I know a lot of people can't stand this bozo no more, but one of the greatest triple threats, WrestleMania 20, Shawn Michaels, the bozo himself, and Triple H. I'm not going to say his name because y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people that can't stand him, so I won't mention his name. I'm just going to call him the bozo. You know who I'm talking about. Shawn Michaels, the bozo, and Triple H. The bozo, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What else can I say? Like I said, dude's great. I call him a clown. Like I said, he do some stuff that don't make no sense. But the man know how to put on a good wrestling show. You know what he's doing. Now, I know there's a lot of people that don't like him. There's a lot of people that call him out his name and all kind of crazy stuff. But hey, this is what I call him. I call him the fake King of Kings. Because he can never be the true King of Kings. We all know who the real King of Kings is. And that ain't Triple H. Shoot. That's all I'm saying about that. The real King of Kings is the Most High God himself, Jesus Christ. That's what the real King of Kings is. Not no dog on Triple H. But that's what he used to call himself. But like I said, that's basically it. Like I said, people want to go back down memory lane, just hop on YouTube, go to the Peacock app, and you can watch all the great moments that the man has created. And like I said, that's that. So let's go ahead and dig into Rampage. How did I feel about tonight's Rampage? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be 1,000% with y'all. Ricky Starks and Swerve saved this show. TK, he tries way too much to try to get 50 million segments in a 1 hour show. A lot of the foolishness that happened on the Tonight Show was very cartoony. It was so silly. I call Tonight Show was a silly show outside of what took place in the main event. It was just too much foolishness happened. And we like I said, Rampage, you only need 3 matches. You don't need 4. We didn't really need that tag team match. That tag team match, I didn't need that match. We can keep the women's match. I mean, Nyla Rose and Maddie Watts. I don't even know how to say her last name. She's a young kid. She been there for a little bit. She ain't really been doing nothing. But I forgot she was there. But that's who Nyla Rose went against. I would have kept the opener match, which was Lance Archer versus Dustin Rhodes, the women's match, and then the main event. We didn't really need that tag team match. But that was pretty much just to basically get more beef on the Red Dragon. That's all it was. So let's go ahead and break down this show from what I remember. We opened the show, Lance Archer, Dustin Rhodes. This was two Texas boys beat the brakes off each other in Texas. That's all it was. You know, it was okay. But this is where TK needs to quit doing. TK needs to quit having everybody bleed just for the sake of it. AEW has way too much blood. There is no problem with having blood on a wrestling show. When you overdo it, when people bleed, it doesn't feel special. Because when you got everybody in the mama bleeding every 5 seconds, it's not going to work. Now, let me tell you something. Lance Archer is my guy. But Lance Archer keep losing. And it's like, what's the point of him being on the show if he's just going to lose all day? Dustin beat him. And he beat him in one of the most sloppy. Dustin pinned him and it looked sloppy as heck. And he sold that pin for no reason because right after that, he hopped up and then he busted him open. And I'm sitting up and saying to myself, why? Why should we give a care about a beef with Lance Archer and Dustin Rhodes? Why? For what? There's really no story, no nothing. This is just like I said, 2 Texas boys going at it. Pointless. I said, come on, TK. Too much. You don't need all this blood. When it calls for it, cats can bleed. But when it's not, you don't need to do it. It's over an abundance of blood. You don't need it. And with that foolishness that took place, you did not need it. You did need it. So we move on to the next match, which was the tag team match. It was the Dark Order members, Allen and 10, I think. 10 and Allen Angels versus Red Dragon, which is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. I haven't really cared too much about this match. Like I said, this was all about Red Dragon, just making them look strong and everything. So after the match, they won. Obviously, they beat the brakes off of them. Here come Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus because their music go off. You hear Tarzan Boy, which to this day, I don't give a care what nobody got to say. Baltimore's one-hit song, Tarzan Boy, is a banger, and I don't give a crap what nobody got to say. It's one of the coldest pop, rock, whatever you want to call it, whatever style or genre it's from. One of the coldest songs ever created from the 80s. I remember the first time I heard that song was watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 movie, and it was on cassette. It was on a VCR, so VHS. And when I heard the song, I said, man, this song go in. This is like back in the late 90s. Now, I know the movie came out like 93. I didn't go to the theater to see it. I didn't see it till it was already on VHS. So that was like 90, 97, 98. So you talking like years later after the movie that already came out. So, but when I heard the song, I was like, I always gravitate toward the song. So it's just something how Tony Khan got the rights for Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy for that to be their theme song. Excellent. They come out, they try to beat the brakes off of them. Now these idiots come running out with their championships. I'm like, bro, why y'all have your championships? Y'all don't need to have your championships. But like dummies, they bring the championships out. And as of late, Mr. Adam Cole has been stealing everything. He stole the AEW World Championship from Hangman. He comes running out because they distracted by Red Dragon trying to beat them up. He comes to steal the AEW World Tag Team titles. So now that's just a prime example that Adam Cole and Red Dragon are not winning no championship. They're not. Because we're doing some foolishness that you'll see in WWE land. It's just stupid. I think it was fine with them coming out, but you didn't need to bring your titles. You didn't. They brought their titles out there, and Adam Cole stole them. I'm like, I told you, Rampage is supposed to be the show where they represent us 24/7, right? It's starting to turn into a comedy fest, and it ain't our fault. That's all I'm saying about that. So if you get offended about what I said, oh well, I'm just telling you right now. It's not, it shouldn't be like that. So after that, we get a random promo segment from Fuego del Sol. Now, I'm like, what is, like, this wasn't even advertised. Fuego was talking about how he appreciates the fans, and the fans, they scream his name and they started saying Fuego, Fuego. And he said, I'm calling out every member of House of Black. Now, obviously, they jumped him last week because they was in that trios match. He calls him out, lights pop on, they all three of them show up. You see Matthew, then you see Brody, and then you see Malachi. Look, Fuego can talk. He can talk. You know what he sound like? He sound like my man Keno from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. That's who he sound like. So imagine if Keno had on a mask and was talking in AEW. There you have it. But it was a waste of time. He cut that great promo for absolutely no reason, just to get murdered. I said, man, I'm telling you, AEW Rampage, man, it's turned into a circus act. It's supposed to be a good 1 hour episode, and it's turning into a comedy act. No, we can't have that. We cannot have that, man. TK, you got it. Come on. So after that segment, we got let's see, because I'm trying to remember how. So after that segment was done, the House of Black was walking off, and then who come out is every member of the Dark Order. So that's Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Reynolds, John Silver. They all come walking out, and they looking at them, and they staring at them. Now this is what I'm saying to myself: since the Dark Order ain't doing nothing, this so-called join the Dark Order business is dead. Since the House of Black is pretty much the Dark Order, but on serious terms, Dark Order might as well join the House of Black and call it a day. I said it. You might as well, but more than likely, we're getting ready to get a trios match. It's going to be Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, and Johnny Hungy versus the three of them. And I don't know when. I think the match is set for Rampage next week. But that's all that was. So next, before we get to the women's match, Vicky and Nyla Rose explain themselves, talk about everybody is crying and complaining about us ruining Thunder Rose's celebration. That was the point, boneheads. We came out there to disrespect her on purpose. Now, let me tell you something. The promo that Nyla cut was fine, but the problem is that foolishness that they pulled on Wednesday night. You did not have to do that. We're supposed to be upping up the women's division. Why the heck is Tony Khan not allowing Thunder Rosa to cut a promo? I realize that she has not been able to cut a full promo. All they give her is these little vignettes that she cut. She don't really be able to actually say what she got to say and let us get used to her. Tony Khan, you need to do better, man, because it's not working. So she talked about she finna get her hands on the AEW Women's Championship. And, I really didn't peep this, but it seems like Nyla Rose is the go-to person that Tony Khan has every time somebody new wins the AEW Women's Championship. I don't understand that. Like, why do we have to keep going back to Nyla Rose as if that's the only one that's standing there to try to beat every new champion? It should not be like that. I don't know why Tony Khan does that. I just don't get it. To me, it just makes absolutely no sense. It's silly. But he does that. So anyway, Nyla Rose comes out, and then the Maddie chick, she's already in the ring. This is a 1, 2, 3 beat down. Did the power bomb on her. Match over with. So now we move on to the main event. Now, we got some kind of Hook had a appreciation award he was supposed to accept from QT Marshall and Han Solo, aka Aaron Solo. So they already in the ring. They call out Hook. Hook comes out, and they have a plaque, and they want to present it to him. Well, Hook takes Aaron Solo's head and rams it through it and walks off. So obviously they're not done with that. So I was like, I really didn't care nothing about it. It was like, whatever. So, and I didn't even talk about it. Doing Lance Archer and Dustin Rhodes match, a couple of Dustin Rhodes students was coming out, and they just basically got jumped by Lance Archer. So that was that. We really didn't do too much. Now let's get to the main event. So you already know we got the side-by-side interview segment with Mark Henry. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this was one of the best side-by-side promos going into the main event I've seen in a long time. Swerve ate up Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks sounded great, but that was one of Swerve's best promos that he cut. Said what he had to say, talking about I'm here and with a place I learned what I left. They wanted you to earn. He said, no, I'm here to come and take exactly what's mine, and that's that FTW championship. And they was going back and forth. Woo, 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 woo. Mark Henry said, hey, that's enough talk. It's time for the main event. Now, I've seen some clowns that was at the show that was talking about how Ricky Starks and Swerve was off. That was just somebody that was hating. That was the best match on the whole show. That match alone saved the show. This show was a complete circus until we got to the main event. I didn't really care about nothing that happened on this show. And the main event was excellent. Now, as what happens in the end, I'm going to talk about that. But the match itself, Ricky Starks, Swerve have excellent chemistry. They was going at it. They made you think Swerve was going to take that FTW title, which I believe he should have. Nope. Will Hobbs was right there, came out the woodwork. And I don't know why my black referee, I don't know what was wrong with him. How the heck he didn't? I just see my man basically beat the snot out of Swerve, throw him in the ring, and he like. So pretty much the only reason why Ricky retained was because of Will Hobbs. I said, man, come on now, man. TK, why are you trying to get me to hate my boy Will Hobbs? I don't want to hate Will Hobbs. I'm like, come on. But Ricky retains thanks to Will Hobbs, and so they tried to beat the brakes off. Now, Ricky had his crew out there. He had his nutritionist, he had his barber, and he had his accountant out there. So for some stupid reason, they was holding up the sign, talking about, yay, let's go, Ricky. Because obviously Ricky's from Austin, Texas, right? So they standing there, they walk to the ring, they still holding the sign. But then you see, now you can't really see what's going on behind the sign. You just see him, somebody getting jumped and somebody show up. Sure enough, it was nothing more than the homie himself, Keith Lee. Keith Lee looking. I said, man, look at Keith Lee. Came out the woodwork, laid them clowns out, hopped in the ring, and Swerve, Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, and Will Hobbs just started beating the snot out of each other. And it took the referees and everybody to come out there try to hold them off. So more than likely, we're going to get a tag team match with them. Don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to happen. If I'm them, I'm doing this tag team match on Dynamite. You must do this match on Dynamite. As much as our show is Rampage, which it truly is, this matchup must take place. Oh, and Jay Lethal got an opportunity to cut a promo. He sounded like he is distraught about being a part of AEW, and he said the 2 losses that he has, now he has 3 losses because he lost to Sammy, but he lost to Ricky Starks and he lost to Adam Cole. In both matches, he got screwed. And he said he got to figure out what he must change. You got to change something because he said just something's not working. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're already trying to change his character. I don't know. I have no idea, man. But we're going to see, what they do with Jay Lethal. Because I told you, man, the name of the game is just let us be us. Don't be trying to change nothing. Don't be trying to do all those foolish stuff. Don't be trying to have us coming out there butt dancing and all the stupid stuff. Just let us do us. Let us be us. You feel me? But like I said, man, Rampage, at this point, Rampage must be live. And you don't need to have all the, look, go back to just the 3-match format. 3 matches in one show, and you don't have to have all the crazy stuff that you had. Oh, and doing the hook segment, they asked Danhausen to come out. Forgot about talk about this. They asked Danhausen, to come out there and curse Hook. He looked at that clown and said, clown, if you don't get your goofy looking behind out my face, get out of here. I ain't trying to deal with you. And it didn't work. He tried to quote unquote put the look curse on him and it didn't work. He just looked at him like, man, what this circus clown doing out here? What is this bozo doing in front of me? Get out of my face. I don't know, what are you here for? You know, listen, there's no disrespect to this guy. I don't see what everybody sees in him. People love this guy. To me, he's just a circus clown. Like I said, that's all I see. He's just a goofy circus clown to be quote unquote trying to put curses on people. I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. There's people that love this guy. I'm not on the band. I don't know. I just don't see it. I just see a goofy clown just be sounding goofy and looking goofy, and I don't see nothing. I don't see absolutely nothing. That's why I say Rampage could have been a very good show, but with all the foolishness that happened leading up to the main event itself saved the show. Because this show was just a straight up circus fest. It was a circus. It was a complete circus. And not in a good way. I'm not even trying to be funny. It was a circus in a bad way until we got to the main event. Ain't no disrespect to everybody on the show. But like I said, you ain't need to have all that foolishness that you had. You had too much foolishness happening on the show. So I say TK is supposed to be getting ready to run Ring of Honor. I pray to God Ring of Honor is nothing like Dynamite. I don't want Ring of Honor to be nothing like Dynamite. I don't want to feel like I'm watching Dynamite. I want Ring of Honor to be like Ring of Honor. And I didn't watch Ring of Honor back in the day. So, TK, you got work to do, young man. You got work to do. That's all. This video shouldn't even been this long, but I'm going to try to upload it from the phone, and hopefully it don't take 50,000 years to upload. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Casey King, Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Everything will be back to normal starting next week. Because like I said, we're going to get the cable running. We're going to get the internet running. So I'll be able to log into my computer. Because like I said, them clowns, either the garbage folk or the recycler just ran through the doggone cable wire like it was nothing. So that's why I had to upload everything through the phone. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Casey King, Self for Life. I'm going to try to make sure that the comment section is on. Because for some reason, when you upload the videos through the phone, the comment section don't be toggled on. You got to enable it. So that was my bad. That's why Cash wasn't able to leave a comment or nothing like that. But hey, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Look like I got a new subscriber, 144. Listen, I'm going to keep this going. I appreciate everybody who come through. Hey, we'll talk later. I'll see you guys later. Holla at your boy.